What if I told you that beneath our feet, entire civilizations thrived in absolute darkness? These aren't myths. These were ingenious solutions to survival, massive underground complexes built by humans when times got desperate. Prepare yourself for a journey into the planet's most astonishing hidden realms. It's easy looking at the vast, pale scrubland of the Yucatan Peninsula to think this region is lifeless, but beneath that dry surface lies a massive, hidden circulatory system, the ancient subterranean rivers. This geological marvel created natural sinkholes, known locally as cenotes, which were not just pools of water. They were direct portals into the planet's depths, connecting the lost world above with the life below. For the sophisticated Maya civilization, these freshwater caverns constituted more than mere water sources. They were sacred passages used for rituals, burial rites, and crucial shelter. Imagine descending into a cool, dark maw, finding an unpolluted lifeline beneath unimaginable pressure. That was the refuge waiting for them. When drought struck or conflict flared, these underground channels provided vital sanctuary, allowing communities to survive when surface life failed. These natural aqueducts speak volumes about Maya ingenuity. They understood advanced geology and utilized this complex subterranean network in their daily existence. This knowledge required an intricate understanding of hydrology that rivals any modern engineering feat. It truly gives us a breathtaking picture of a people who mastered not just building cities, but mastering the very deep ground beneath them. Imagine descending into Derinkuyu, one of Turkey's most astonishing and complex Byzantine refuge cities, a literal labyrinth carved deep into the heart of Cappadocia's volcanic rock. This wasn't just a shelter. It was an entire functioning underground metropolis designed for survival. Picture thousands upon thousands of people, livestock, and supplies moving through these winding corridors nearly 2,000 years ago. The depth is staggering, with multiple complex levels offering perfect isolation from invaders who might blockade the surface. These ingenious tunnels featured stables, communal rooms, sophisticated ventilation systems, and even dedicated granaries large enough to sustain a population for months on end. At its peak, Derinkuyu could safely accommodate an estimated 12,000 inhabitants. When faced with invasion or persecution, these people literally sealed themselves away from the world above, protecting their culture and lives below ground. It stands as one of history's most incredible testament to human ingenuity and sheer determination. It's easy to picture the vibrant life above ground in cities like Pompeii, but beneath the cobblestones, an entirely forgotten world existed, a massive circulatory system of tunnels that kept the city functioning. These weren't mere drainage ditches. They were sophisticated necessities woven into the very fabric of daily life. Some passages served as enormous cold storage units, keeping perishables and valuable goods cool far from any modern refrigeration, crucial for sustaining a bustling Bronze Age metropolis. Others, surprisingly rudimentary, were used simply for waste disposal, carrying human and household refuse away through underground conduits we can barely imagine today. Perhaps the most dramatic uses, however, involved these tunnels being repurposed as hidden sanctuaries, emergency escape routes designed by those who foresaw disaster. When Vesuvius erupted in 79 CE, while the dome of Pompeii was consumed by ash and pumice, citizens found themselves navigating not just through lava flows, but through pre-stocked secret passages that had been quietly awaiting their desperate use for millennia. These tunnels tell us that the Romans were masters of both daily life and preparation, understanding that safety, storage, and survival required a network hidden far from the prying eyes of time. But history isn't just about ancient gods and forgotten rulers. Sometimes, the greatest secrets are buried beneath the bedrock of our busiest modern cities. Look no further than Shanghai, where the pursuit of global density has necessitated an entire subterranean civilization, a massive network of utility tunnels never meant for casual tourism. These deep arteries aren't filled with pharaohs or emperors. They carry everything required to keep a metropolis alive 24 hours a day. Fiber optic cables carrying trillions of data points, pressurized water mains transporting clean drinking water, and electrical conduits powering millions of lives. Engineers have constructed labyrinthine routes beneath districts like Jing'an and Pudong, often coordinating dozens of different services, from subway lines to gas pipelines, all in careful proximity. This complex, constantly evolving system represents humanity's ultimate adaptation. When space above is zero, the solution must be deep below. It's a feat of logistics that dwarfs any ancient aqueduct, quietly supporting the relentless pulse of one of the world's most talked-about urban centers. If you've ever watched a film like Mad Max Asterisk, the images of crumbling civilization and dusty desperation feel less like science fiction and more like an extrapolated inevitability. As our world faces escalating climate crises and severe resource depletion, architects and military strategists are already speculating on life underground, permanent havens carved into arid earth. These aren't just bunkers. They would need to be complex, self-sustaining biospheres capable of filtering desert air and recycling every drop of water. Imagine kilometer-deep tunnel systems, powered by geothermal heat extracted from the very bedrock beneath sun-baked deserts like the Negev or Baja California. Furthermore, these shelters wouldn't merely house people. They would include sophisticated hydroponic farms needing constant atmospheric monitoring and advanced defense grids against anything that might roam above ground. The survival of such a population would depend entirely on meticulous resource management, how to maintain power from fusion cells while growing enough food for generations. It's a daunting prospect, yet one that forces us to think about how quickly the necessity of defense could radically change the way humanity chooses to live. But before they could build impressive stone wonders, the Incas first had to solve a far more fundamental problem. How do you govern millions of square miles across breathtakingly diverse terrain? The answer wasn't just military might. It was infrastructure on an astonishing scale. They created the Quihapac asterisk, or Great Inca Road System, connecting everything from modern-day Ecuador all the way down to Argentina. This vast highway network, though sometimes seen as mere dirt tracks today, was in fact supported by a crucial supporting cast, the tambos. These were standardized rest houses and logistical depots, built at regular intervals along the routes. Imagine them serving every traveling army, every official messenger, and every visiting merchant who dared to venture into Tawantinsuyu. At each asterisk tambo, travelers could find fresh horses, communal meals, durable shelter, and even basic medical attention, a true lifeline for massive expeditions moving through unpredictable highlands. These stations were vital nodes of imperial control. They allowed the Incas not just to move people, but to move armies, ideas, and tax goods with precision across frontiers that would have stalled any other civilization. It was this invisible web of preparation that held the entire empire together. When the threats became too big to ignore, pandemics, climate collapse, asteroid impact, human ingenuity turned inward, conceptualizing habitats entirely divorced from the fragile outside world. This led to incredible ideas, self-sustaining, closed-loop ecosystems capable of supporting life in absolute isolation. The most famous experiment was Biosphere 2, a stunning feat of bioengineering built initially in Arizona and intended as Earth's Ark. In an audacious move meant to simulate deep future survival, researchers sealed off the environment, forcing human communities to manage every molecule of oxygen, water, and carbon dioxide for years. While the initial operational periods revealed staggering challenges, like unexpected oxygen drops or complex resource management failures, the project fundamentally pointed toward humanity's dependency on truly perfect systems. It asked, Can a limited group of people survive solely off recycled waste and carefully managed biomes? The concept was so profound that it spurred research into truly subterranean havens, imagining massive, geothermally powered bunkers hidden beneath the crust itself, providing the ultimate deep-time fallback plan for civilization when all other doors closed. But these echoes, the whispers of lost Petra, the silent efficiency of China's vast tunnel systems, or even the deep historical routes explored by archaeologists at Roman military camps, tell us something deeper than mere engineering. They tell us a fundamental truth about the human spirit. We are masters of adaptation, finding ways to thrive no matter how inhospitable the environment. Throughout history, whether motivated by necessity, by sanctuary, or simply by curiosity, humanity has consistently looked down, seeking refuge and innovation beneath our feet. We are creatures driven not just by what is visible, but by what could be hidden. Perhaps it's this inherent curiosity that continues to push us toward the edges of maps, forever promising a passage just around the corner, a secret city, or a different understanding of ourselves. It suggests that even in our modern world, beneath the surface veneer of skyscrapers and highways, there are still layers unexplored, waiting for those willing enough to dig deep into the unknown. These forgotten tunnels and massive subterranean complexes are profound reminders that humanity has always been masters of adaptation. They force us to ask, what is our true limit? Perhaps the most dramatic frontiers aren't on distant planets, they're right here, quietly supporting us, beneath our feet.